you out talking to us and joking with us, and my friend Mary, and so that's kind of how I came to respect you. And there was a shooting not too long ago, and they said that it was you and that you had died, and we were so sad. So when you
Yeah,
came back
I'm
to
happy
work,
that it wasn't me. I don't want it to be anybody, but that
exactly,
was, when I got back to work the next day, everybody was like, "Man, we heard you got shot." I'm
yeah,
like,
we were so
"What are
happy
y'all
to see you.
talking
I know
about?"
we was
All right, so what's your name, ma'am?
Shantae,
What is it?
Shantae.
Shantae?
Hmm.
How long you been out here on the streets?
For a couple of years now,
Okay.
about 2.5, I'd say.
How did you end up out here in Portland?
I've been coming up over here off and on for like the last 20 years. I have a bunch of friends over here. I went to Beaverton High School, but this is where my friends and stuff were. So when I lost my housing, I came over here, and this is just where I felt safest because there's nowhere in Beaverton really to be homeless.
What is it about this area that makes you feel safe? I've heard that from people that they feel safer in this area, and like most people who aren't homeless, they can't imagine that like an area like this would be safe. So what is it about this area that makes you feel more comfortable? Because I see you in the neighborhood all the time.
I don't think that it necessarily bad things happen. Let's put it that way. And I've had a lot of bad things happen to me out here. Things that I still deal with, and but I know a lot of people out here, and everybody knows me. I'm auntie out here to most people, mom to somebody. I got a couple street sons, and I do have two kids of my own in Beaverton, but they look out for me, and we look out for each other. And we try to take care of the places that are open that'll actually let us be there. And thank God for this place because most places don't want you to linger and stuff, and they're actually pretty nice about those things. And we try to do what we can, pick up the trash and make things okay so that they don't hate us. But there's things going on here that they have issues with, and those of us who are from around here try to be conspicuous about those things so that we keep the places that we're able to be at that are safe to be at.
You and
And
I, you and I yesterday were talking about your leg. You're living out here with a really bad injury. Can I see your leg for a second, please?
I have a couple bad injuries, but my leg is one of them, and this is a problem that a lot of people are having
Just
with these sores.
stand facing me, like turn
But
towards me.
so that is my right leg that needs surgery. And
What happened to your right leg? This is what we were talking about yesterday.
I used to be like 300 some odd pounds, and
Okay.
I lost. I had arthritis from being overweight, so then I lost the weight and from walking and stuff, and so then I got what they call runner's knee, which is over exercising you basically. So it was born from overweight, and then I messed it up with exercising. So I've needed surgery for quite some time.
And you told me yesterday that your MCL is actually torn, right?
Yes, and both knees, but this one's the worst.
And they won't fix it for you? Like what's going on?
They don't want to do the surgery unless you're 50 because most people need it done twice in a lifetime because it only lasts about 10 years.
How old are you?
I'm 44.
You're
So
44?
yes, so it's a high risk surgery, and they won't do it for another 6 to 7 years, and then it needs to be done again 10 years after that.
Hey, you can sit back down. I don't want you to put any more pressure on it. Okay. Well, you've seen me at work and you've come
Yes.
across me. What's your thought of me as a security guard? And you can be 100% honest.
Honestly, I think you're a nice guy. I think most of the guys over there are nice. They're just trying to do their job, and I understand. We can be a real pain in the ass sometimes, but I think that the local stores, Fred Meyer, Safeway, they've really tried. You guys try to work with us, try to be understanding towards our needs. And most of us aren't coming there trying to empty out the electronic section. We're just trying to survive, and you guys are pretty understanding to that. So I realize that you guys are just doing your job, and I try to do my part, and we get along fine. And I see you out talking to us and joking with us, and my friend Mary, and so that's kind of how I came to respect you. And there was a shooting not too long ago, and they said that it was you and that you had died, and we were so sad. So when you
Yeah,
came back
I'm
to
happy
work,
that it wasn't me. I don't want it to be anybody, but that
exactly.
was, when I got back to work the next day, everybody was like, "Man, we heard you got shot." I'm
Yeah,
like,
we were so
"What are y'all
happy to see you.
talking
I know
about?"
it was really sad. That was a sad day for us, so we were happy to see you. So
That, you know
you
what?
know,
Listen, let me be honest with you. I have tried really hard to connect with everybody. And part of me doing this is that I've tried to get other security guards to understand that if you create a relationship with people, if you get to know people, if you really take an interest in people's lives, a lot of the problems that we have with people that are doing bad things, if you've already established a relationship with them, it's easier to talk them off the ledge. And then even if I don't know that person, if I have a relationship with you guys, I can't tell you, you brought up Mary. I can't tell you how many times somebody's been trying to fight me or get into it with me, and Mary's outside, and she's like, hey, calm down. Like, that's the dude.
Yeah, we don't do
You
that
know what I
anymore.
mean?
Oh
And like,
yeah.
yeah, so creating a relationship with other people has been helpful with people that don't even know me, where I'm getting into it with them and they're like, hey, he's cool. We're on the same team. Like, he's not here to give us a hard time. And then that helps to de escalate that. So I really appreciate you saying that. It means a lot to me.
Well, I come from Detroit, and I left at the height of the AIDS and crack epidemic. And a lot of the gangs and stuff that were there, the people that had destroyed the city, ended up realizing that the police weren't coming. So the same ones who did those things ended up having to police the city and to put their neighborhoods back together. And so when I came here, I saw a fear of the police, a fear of security, and I'm like, why are you afraid of them? They work for us, you know. These are elected officials, and we're supposed to have a relationship with them. And I don't want to be labeled a snitch or whatever, but I'm not afraid to call the police if I need help. And so my thing with my people is to try and work with them to understand that we don't have to be afraid of law enforcement. And I would rather come to you and say, hey, I'm hungry, instead of having to take something.
I
And
appreciate
to
that.
ask you
Yeah.
for help, to know that I can, instead of being afraid of you, you know? And so
Yeah.
that's what I'm kind of working at. It's like we're too old to be afraid of the law enforcement. We need to work with them if we're going to put our city back together. And I
You
love this place.
you are fucking awesome. I love you. All right. Well, I hope you have a great day, and
Thank you.
I'm gonna see if I can talk to some of the guys over at Echelon
Okay.
and see if we can get someone to reach out to you about your need, because one of the things that is so difficult for me on a daily basis is just watching you walk. It looks so painful.
It is
So
quite painful.
yeah, I'll see if I can help out in any way. Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you
All
so
right.
much.